morning, everyone. Welcome back to Commodities Update video. And today we'll be looking at technical analysis on natural gas, UNG, US dollar, oil, gold, and silver. We'll be looking at the support and levels, as well as what most likely price we'll be heading into later next week. And if you guys are looking for the stock market update video, where I did the QQQ and the mega cap sevens, Meta, Tesla, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Apple, and NVIDIA, check out the video from yesterday. And let's get started with our commodities update. So natural gas, let's get the first NG, and make sure to click this B80J adjusted for adjusting contracts so you don't get contract gaps. So your chart will look like mine. All right, so right now we're still in this channel pretty much. So no surprises, right? Resistance. 4, 5, 6 rejections and bounce, support. So we're currently still trading this channel, but it's getting a little bit wide. So we're likely not gonna keep on bouncing back and forth within this. When it gets too wide, it'll likely just do its own thing in between it, and the next thing you know, we kind of break above or break below it. So, but for now, it's still currently trading in it, and we're coming up close to this range. So let's see if when we do come up closer to this range, will it reject from it again around this $2.5 level here. But before that, we still need to get over this 2.45, which is the high of this structure, right? You can see exactly where it is. Resistance, resistance, resistance. And there's some resistance over here as well. So support and resistance is not a definite number. It's a zone. It's an area. So this would be the area that we'll be looking at for if NatGas can get over this 2.45 to this 2.47 area zone. If we can break that, then we can get to potentially 2.52, in my opinion. So we'll see how they do it. And for you bears, right, reject from here, which is the same level that they rejected from here as well, and then head lower and potentially come back down to at least 2.3. If they can do that, come back down to 2.27, and if you can break that, then that's a bear break out of this channel. But for now, no signs of that yet. We're pretty much at the high of this entire trend. So currently we're still in an uptrend on the daily, very clear. You can see higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, etc. Right here, another higher high. So daily uptrend still intact. So no signs of reversal as of this moment. And for natural gas, I always talk about play with the trend. Don't fight the trend on natural gas, especially when it's trending on the bear side. But at the moment, it's currently trending on the bull side, and there's no signs of slowdown yet. So, all right, if you guys want to learn more about technical analysis or become a more consistent trader, or as well as any sticking points you guys are looking at, head over to the YouTube. And for that, click the link below on the Patreon and check out the one-on-ones. Or if you just want to check it out first, go to the free link for a 15-minute free call, and we can talk more about it. All right, let's look at UNG. So UNG is looking pretty good as well. After NatGas breaking out, UNG is a little bit higher. And if NatGas makes one more leg up, UNG will likely break out of this kind of this longer term looking falling wedge. It's like goes all the way back to here, year ago. So yeah, I can see the rejection all the way here. This is more for a visual guide. It's not like, it touches that line, it's gonna retract, or it touches the bottom line, it's gonna bounce, right? Just like over here, we got over it a little bit. So this is more of a bigger term, longer term outlook on this falling wedge. All right, so if natural gas can make another leg up, we'll break over above it, right? If natural gas comes up to 2.52, then this will likely peak just underneath it, and we'll see how it goes. There is going to be a little bit of resistance around this 15.8 zone, which is these areas. But I would still just look at natural gas while you're still trading UNG. It's a personal opinion, because sometimes some of these levels won't respect the levels as much because it moves with natural gas. All right, let's look at US dollar. So US dollar here, really not doing much. So after the bear break of this tiny range that we've been talking about for months. Finally broke bear here on this EQ, and it just been trending down on the daily downtrend. Right, you can see big move down, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and now just kind of going kind of sideways, doing really not much. Got our rate cut this week, 50 basis point, and yeah, that was Wednesday. We made that lower low, right, with no follow through, but we made a higher high again, and made a higher, I mean not higher high, like a higher than prior day high, and no follow through either. So it's kind of just chip chopping here. Broke support, not doing much. So, but I would still favor the bears at this moment because we haven't broken above any structures that the bears has formed on the way, right? Bare minimum, I want to see, bulls at least break above 101.8 for us to say there's a shift in this momentum. But for now, no signs of that yet, and we're probably just gonna chop around here until we get more economic data. If those data start to price in more rate cuts, then this is going to head lower. So I think this is probably just market waiting for more economic datas and inflation datas to see where the side wants to go. But when it prices in less rate cuts, and this is going to go a little bit higher. So we'll see, at least in the short term. All right, let's take a look at oil. Okay, so we got a bear break out of this equilibrium tiny range, this one. So it broke bear roughly around here. You can see it tighten up. See how it higher, 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 and then broke bear right there. So went lower here. Broke below all these pivots. So we had a decent bear break move, but not much follow through. I mean, I wouldn't say not much follow through. It was still a 9% move, and then we came back up. Now it's that equilibrium pattern is over, and we're just going to trade it as this is more probably like a sideways range now. Likely chop within this zone because of this coming back up. If this kind of just bounced and then started trending down again like this, then we would probably look for closer to this 65. But now we're just kind of V-shaped. All that's everything from that bears break. So yeah, if now we're just looking to see if it comes back up to this 74.4, which where it broke down from prior breakdowns. And if they can do that, then bulls are definitely on the upper hand here. But let's see, daily is in an uptrend, so weekly still a little bit of, in terms of still favoring the bears at this moment, but weekly downtrend here. But because of this size of this bounce, on the next pullback, if we get a shallow pullback and then bounce from here, that's going to be a bull flag on the weekly. So that'll be favoring the bulls because we haven't made so much room on this bounce now. Even if we pull back, there's a lot of room to make that higher low for the bulls to work with. So yeah, short-term time frame definitely favoring the bulls at this moment. Then we'll see how it ends up shaping out on that next pullback if it's going to be a shallow one. And for you bears, break back below around this 71.36, which is the high of this structure. Got to break below that for any more convincing move on the downside. All right, let's look at gold. Yeah, just all-time highs. I talked about this every week, saying it's at all-time highs. Don't short it, and it's building structures along the way. Right, every time it goes up, this is a structure builds, goes up, builds another sideways structure, it goes up, builds another sideways structure, it goes up, and then it's still going. So don't fight the trend. Is what I always talk about. I know it sounds easy, but we always do it. Even I do it sometimes. You look at this, you're like, oh man, it's so overbought. I'm gonna short this thing. Right? It just get tempted, but just knowing that don't fight the trend as long as it's trending up and building structures along the way, sideways structure supports. If it was like go one like this, kind of like this, and then I just went like this all the way up to here without any kind of structure and like straight up, then I might take a short just for the heck's sake of it and place a tight stop because it's so extended. But we build so much support along the way, right? Structures, 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 and not once Barrett has broken below the prior structure, right? If we start coming up here and then we start V-shaping down here, break below this structure and this structure. On that next bounce, okay, now I'm interested in potentially a short here, you know. So, but no signs of that at this moment yet. So just let the bull do his thing. We're all-time highs. There's no resistance above us. Nobody's know where it's gonna stop either. So for all we know, it could stop here, but it could still keep going. And silver. Silver is a little bit weaker still, but it did some catch up lately. See on this couple last week, couple days, it did some catch up. But after the catch up, it really didn't do that much. But it's still looking decent, right? I talked about this back test where when we break through a resistance, we want to see a back test of it being succeeded, right? So this was the resistance, broke above it, finally back tested, and then bounce from there. So prior resistance now acting as support because of the back testing. So that's a good sign for the bulls. Yeah, for your bears, just break below here where the back test is. Then we may potentially come down a little bit lower to this 28.5. But gold is still at all-time highs, so I wouldn't really go for it. But so I'll still be favoring the long side at this moment. A little bit, not doing that much. Gold's been going up, and silver has just been relatively weaker. So if you're playing bull, just go play gold instead of silver for now. And yeah, we just need to break above this high, 31.3. If we can break above that, then we will probably come up to test this 32. Break above this one. All right, that's the got for you guys. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. You guys made this far, and check out the stock market video tomorrow. Yesterday, if you guys are looking for that. And have a great rest of you guys this weekend. I'll see you guys around.